If it does start as now planned in 2021, it will be 14-year deceased. While eventually instance, although, orbital the Sun 1.5 millionth kilometers of land, NASA's James Webb Area Scope promises an astronomic coup. The U.S. area agent boasting how it will virtually see behind in period to see the really at first galaxies how shaped in the previous world. As if such claims were not brave quite, scientists include now surmised how the final heir to the planet renowned and favorite Hubble Area Scope may, thanks to its gold glass and elegantly susceptible cameras, include a else emergency ability. The JWST, as it is named, may be capable to see for signs of foreigner lifetime, revealing if atmospheres of planets, orbital neighboring stars are creature updated by how lifetime. In spite the draft to construct it tightly kept cancelled by the U.S. by the government in 2011. How was in no little portion downward to its, maybe accordingly, astronomic price, an alleged $10 bn, quite rather than its initially planned $1 bn behind on land, yet, astronomers, consisting the College of Washington crew who offered lifetime detection observational data with the scope, are unmistakably excited at the perspective of its start. College of Washington stargazer Joshua Christensen and his crew include looked in if the scope could discover signs of which they urge biosignatures in the atmospheres of planets how are orbital a neighboring celebrity. We could do these lifetime detection observational data in the following few year, says Mr. Christensen. The base for the searching may lie in JWST creature so susceptible to lighting how it could choose up as called air chemistry imbalance. It may not be a flashy period, but it is an concept in a length legacy, assigned by famous scientists James Lovelock and Carl Sagan. The argument is how if all lifetime on land disappeared next day, the lot gases that do up our ambience would expose nature chemistry reactions, and the ambience would slow return to a various chemistry mix. It is continuously detained off of the country by organisms on our Earth expulsion waste management gases as they dwell. Since of the, inquiring for signs of oxygen supply, or its chemistry his cousin ozonation, has length been mined to be a nice way of conclusion lifetime. But the does otherwise on the supposition how alien lifetime rest by the identical biologic rules as our their own. It might know. Thus, evaluating air chemistry imbalance, looking for some gases and appearing out how far out of kilter of regular Earth's ambience sits, could be key to conclusion foreigner lifetime of any type. The chemistry do-up of the ambience of a Earth orbital else celebrity can be measurable in lighting by thoroughly measurement the minuscule dip in star as the Earth passes among us and the celebrity for the Earth's orbital. The gases in the Earth's ambience reason the lighting reducing to differ in the wavelength, or color, of lighting, demonstration data on how lot of every chemistry is this. Mr. Christensen imitated the information how would be derived if JWST were to see at planet's orbital a little Jupiter-sized celebrity named TRAPPIST-1, on 39.6 lighting years off of our sunshine. The celebrity inflicted a feeling in 2017 while it was found to army 7 land-sized planets, several of that could have fluid water supply, and therefore might be a nice bet for host lifetime. The Washington investigator predicts how James Webb could action the amounts of methane and carbon sequestration dioxide in the ambience of the 4-Earth, TRAPPIST-1e, of the DIPs in lighting at wavelength range struck by these gases. It would be a hard dimension of an incredibly diminutive alarm, but Cornell College stargazer Professor Jonathan Lunan, who was not implicated in the research, is agitated by the forecast. Proverb, they do the instance how the can vary be made in JWST. One day the dimension is done, although, Mr. Christensen explains, thou can later ask the issue, do we aware of any non-biological processes how could make how impact global atmospheres, consisting our their own, he points of, can as well be updated by non-biological processes, such as volcano operation. So, if the ambience of TRAPPIST-1e was found to be on one side, researchers would later requirement to guideline out any non-biological effects up declaration the life of alien lifetime. Mr. Christensen says how type of confirm is departure to need repeated observational data, to very do a completely continuous instance. Yet if we discover thing how we don't include an option explained to, I believe how would be an extremely breathtaking opening. For currently, the scope's gold glass remnant securely blocked in a lab in California, and astronomers must go on to expect for these possibilities to be explored. JWST will be connecting a army of new means how will object planets about some stars to several severe study above the following few many decades. Enormous land-based telescopes in Hawaii and Chile are as well planned, and the Europe Area Agent's UK-led aerial mission statement, intended to sensor the atmospheres of planets about some stars, will explosion off in the deceased 2020s. Professor Lunan says, I believe how we're in a wonderful period for insight our world and studying the universe, and James Webb is departure to get the following move in how. It is departure to be really cost he. Professor Gillian Wizard, main scholar on the Scope's UK-led medium infrared tool, agrees. We've never had accessing to thing the big in area up, she says. To say a scope will outdoor up new windows on the world sounds type of cliched, but in James Webb he's very real. JWST is led by NASA but is a collaborative enterprise in the Europe and Canada area agencies. Dr. Jonathan Nichols is a global scholar of the College of Leicester and a 2018 UK Scientific Associate Print Comrade.